Hello, all my artsy craftsy friends. How are you guys today? I hope everybody is wonderful. It is my painting day. This is the day that I usually go live and do some type of painting. Tuesdays are my days. Now, I haven't really had the best of schedule lately, but I'm just checking my phone to make sure I can see everybody because my eyes are not good enough to see the screen that far out. So, bear with me. I'm just going to make sure that I am up and running and everybody can hear me. If you're jumping on, tell me you're here. Say hi. If you're happening to catch me, yep, it looks like, and we can hear me. So good. My microphone's working. You never know how that's going to work. So Tuesdays I like to paint. It's just what I like to do. Tuesday evening after a long day at work, this is kind of my relaxing time. And my broker actually called me today and she said, have you ever done that paint pouring thing? And I'm like, oh, of course I have. And then I went, ha, that's what I'll do tonight because I didn't work up any advanced painting. So I thought, well, that might be a good idea. I'm actually going to move this just a little bit closer so y'all can see. There we go. It's on rollers, so how nice, right? Yay! So I did want to let everybody know that tomorrow night we have our painting event in Quitman. We are painting cows. How exciting, right? So it is not too late to sign up. I do think we have roughly 4 spots left. So you can check my page for the link, or if you don't find it, just message me. Quitman tomorrow night, 6:30. We are painting cows. It's going to be so much fun. I am instructing, so you're sure to learn something, right? But today we are going to do just super quick, simple painting, easy painting, paint pouring. And I actually really, everybody knows me. I like the water scene, the ocean, all that good stuff. So we're going to kind of go with that. And I'll tell you my plans. I never just do a plain paint pour. I've always got to add something to it. I have a couple at home that I did with like some turtles on it, or I've taken natural elements like rocks and added them. I can't do it in one night. It needs to like dry and then come back and add stuff to it. So today we're just going to do the paint pouring, the simplest, easiest way to paint pour that anybody can possibly do. So we're first using a panel. It's an Arteza brand canvas panel. Now they do actually make, and I actually have some paint pouring canvases. So Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Amazon, I can send you links if you want them. All carry paint pouring stuff now. It used to be that this stuff was something you had to do like without the pre-mix stuff. You just kind of learned as you went. I started out doing this where I had to mix my own acrylic paint with Floetrol and put WD-40 in it to get the cells. Don't have to do that anymore. Now you can just buy it. And actually this week I checked out the Hobby Lobby ad. If you go by the Master's Touch brand of the paint pour, it's pre-mixed pouring acrylic paint is 50% off. So it's usually about $7 a bottle. Get it for $3.50 a bottle. Paint pouring, you do go through a lot of paint. Lots of it. So, but I'm going to actually work with the pre-mix stuff. I do mix my own. I actually have like a whole gallon jug of the Floetrol, I think is how you say it, Floetrol, that I do mix my own, and I have them, like I keep them in pre-mixed bottles, but we're going to do it the easy way. So if you were to buy this paint, it's already pre-mixed, it's ready to go, easy to use. Have any of you ever paint poured before? If you have, just drop it in the comments. Tell me what your experience is, if you've enjoyed it. I'm working with 3 colors, a dark blue, a light blue, and a white. Now, a lot of people will use heat guns or blow dryers. I do that often too. Of course, in my studio, all I have is a heat gun, and it's not really powerful enough to push the paint the way I want it. My blow dryer is at home, so we're going to cheat and use a straw. Takes a lot of air, but we're going to use a straw. You want some cups for mixing. They sell these little plastic cups. Also 50% off at Hobby Lobby this week. Amazon sells them. I usually buy them in the bulk from Amazon. You can see I've already been playing a little bit, right? Popsicle sticks. Everybody knows I keep these little sticks inside my drawer. I use them all the time. Popsicle sticks. And the secret is some type of oil, of some oil-based product of some type. So I've used WD-40. I've tried a bunch of different stuff when using it. But now they make this pre-stuff. They sell at Hobby Lobby. or Michaels. Usually it's called like Cell Magic or something like that. This one's called Cell Magic, but you can get that 50% off also now. So that's really all you need to do a paint pour. Now another day maybe I'll teach you how to actually make your own. That'd be fun, but it'd take a whole lot longer and you might get bored watching me. So we're just going to get started. It's super simple. With this stuff, it has just a regular lid. I'm just going to pour it right on there when the time comes. But first, we actually need to mix. So I want my cells to come up in my white. Cells meaning like they're like little breaks and natural looking movement in the paint, right? So I want that. I'm only going to do it with the white. So in order to do that, to mix it up, I'm taking one of these little cups, clear. I know it's hard to see, but it's clear. And all I'm going to do is pour some paint in there. And because white is probably the most dominant color in most paint pourings, I'm going to use quite a bit. You go through a lot of paint when you do this. That's why I tell you to, buy it in advance because you go through a lot. But you can make it yourself and it'll last a long time too. So then you're going to take your Cell Magic. You're just going to put a little bit in there. You don't need a lot. A couple drops, maybe 3-4 drops. And then take your popsicle stick and stir it up. Now, I'm not putting the Cell Magic in the other blue colors that I have, but you can if you want to. You can make it very like that. But so like the cells, I don't really know how to explain it to you if you don't know what I'm talking about, other than it just creates like a little cell in like the water, or in this case it's going to be like water, but cell movement in the paint. I don't know if you've ever seen it done, but maybe by the time we're done with this, you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? Hopefully that makes sense. I don't even know. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to work with my darker color first, then my lighter, and then I'm going to put the white on. So because I am doing like an ocean scene, I'm going to kind of do mostly the dark out here, add a little bit of the light, and then a lot of white at the base because I want that to be like where the waves are coming up. So we'll start with the dark blue. I always shake it first because it is a water-based paint. You want a good mixed. And I'm just going to take it and just put it on my canvas. And I'm telling you, don't be sparing with this. You don't want too terribly much because it might actually crack your paint if you put too much on there. But you go through so much paint when you're paint pouring. And then I'm going to take the light blue. I'm going to kind of just mix it in. A few different spots, overlapping. I'm not worrying about really placement because it's all going to move around. I want more lighter at the front though, so we're going to go like that. And now we take the white. The white we mixed with that Cell Magic, remember? Right? So I'm going to put a lot of white on the end. And then I'm going to just kind of take some of my extra that I have, and I'm just going to kind of throw some out here because, waves are always breaking out there, right? So having a little extra white in some different places, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to try to use as much of it as I can. Now, I actually save, so you end up, this is messy, so make sure you put a tablecloth or something underneath for sure. It is a very messy craft, art, whatever you want to call it. So once I get all this done, now I'm going to take some other popsicle sticks, some cleaner ones. I can use this one probably, but because I'm starting with white, I'm going to take a clean popsicle stick. Sorry guys, my nose is itchy. Then we're just going to kind of blend some of it together. And you're actually going to see, and I don't know if you can really see it from there, but you can kind of see like some of the cells are already popping through. That's from that oil that we added. I'm just going to kind of mix it in a little bit. Now you can just pick it up and roll the paint, which is super nice, super fun. I love it. But I kind of like to make sure everything is covered before I do that. So I will take popsicle stick or whatever and just kind of smear the paint. If you have gloves, you might want to wear gloves, and you can kind of mix it up that way with your fingers. My fingers are going to be dirty, so I'll probably use my fingers anyways. I am a messy crafter. I'm a messy painter. I don't mind getting dirty, but other people might not like it. So we've already got some cells forming. I'm super excited. Okay, I'm going to set that down. I'm going to spare my clean one. I'm going to wipe my hands off on my apron. And now is the fun part. We just kind of pick it up and let it move. See how cool that is? What do y'all think of that, huh? I'm going to go back and forth a few times, maybe side to side. It's going to fall off the sides. I kind of want it to be like that. I want it to drip over. So I do put my canvas up on just solo cups. You can buy those stands if you want to, or I've even done this where I take like a box and put solo cups in it. I'm just going to kind of roll it around a little bit. Gives it a nice marbling effect. Give me just a second. You see how cool that is? Look at that. Doesn't that look like an ocean? Super simple. Now I can already see that there are some spots that paint didn't move over. So I'm just going to use my fingers or a popsicle stick, whatever you want to use, and make sure. And I want my sides to have it too. It's going to drip over the sides. Like over the course of time, it's going to drip over the sides, and all that excess is going to roll off the top, which is super nice. It's going to take a little while to dry. It's not something that'll be done in 5 minutes or whatever. But now I actually want to create just a little bit more like ocean movement, so I'm going to use a straw. Now you can use a blow dryer to push the paint around too. I just don't have a blow dryer with me. I didn't bring one to the studio yet. So I'm actually taking a straw that I had for my coffee this morning, and I'm just going to blow the paint. Kind of move it around. Create just a little bit more movement in that water. I kind of don't like how that moved, so I'm going to just pick it up and roll it a little more. And you could call it done right here if you wanted to. You don't have to do anything else to it. I'm preparing for an art show, and I like to add a lot of extra stuff to my painting. So what I'll do tomorrow when this is dry is I will come back and I will actually cover it with resin. I will mix some resin. And maybe I'll go live when I do that too, so you guys can kind of see. And I'll add things like little starfish or little shells, or maybe I'll put like something out in the water. I'll make it really fun and creative. Just because I just don't want to just do this and call it a painting. I feel like it needs more, but it's beautiful the way it is, right? What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Isn't that neat? So easy and so fun. That is the easiest way to do a paint pour. Now you've seen them, like if you go on Pinterest or something, you've seen them where they take the blow dryer and they blow it out. And they make like beautiful flowers. You can do a lot of different, like flip cup, pull it up. There's a lot of different things you can do. And maybe if I would have thought this through a little bit more, I could have like already had that prepared and showed you how that would work too. But for this particular one, this is what I'm working on. I'm working on some stuff to do for my art show, and this is the design I was going for, so I wanted to show you what I had. But pre-mixed paint. They actually make this now. Pre-mixed paint, Hobby Lobby. It's on sale 50% off. You can buy it on Amazon if you don't have a Hobby Lobby by you. Just make sure you lay something out. And I'm going to tell you a little secret too. I am like huge about making everything last as long as I possibly can and making it go as far as I can. So now I have this beautiful painting that's drying, and underneath, can you see all that paint down there? All that paint that's left over? I'm actually going to let that dry, and then it'll peel up, like it'll be like really gummy and stuff. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. It'll be real gummy and kind of thick. And I actually cut it out and put it in like jewelry, and then put resin over the top of that. So maybe tomorrow we'll come back and I'll show you how to do all that stuff. How much fun, huh? Yay! So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions about paint pouring, like I said, this is just a simple thing. This isn't, doing nothing crazy. This is just pre-mixed paint with a little bit of Cell Magic in the white, a couple little cups, some solo cups. Make sure you have your surface covered because it is a very messy thing to do. I keep paper towels handy. You might want to wear gloves because otherwise your hands come out like this. But it is acrylic paint, so it'll wash out, right? That's it. That's all it is. And you can do this on any surface. You can do it. I've seen it done on like pre-made letters, on metal, all kinds of cool stuff. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Try it. See what you think. So drop a note. Let me know what you think of that. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Just message me. I thank you so much for joining me. This is just super quick, super short, but I wanted to show you what I was working on. Y'all have a good night. Bye.